Yeah, it all has to do with when those ballots are returned. If they are returned early before Election Day, we could be able to call Ohio early on election night. But if they come in later, like Election Day or later, it could take several weeks. 2 words to remember heading into this election: overtime count. They are the votes that come in after Election Day.
Any of these are the provisional votes. When somebody shows up at a polling place and they don't have the address that's listed, they're given a provisional ballot. This can also happen with people who claim that they did not send in an early ballot, but it's showing that they did.
But the biggest group will be the record number of absentee voters, because in Ohio,
the ballots can continue to arrive at boards of elections up to 10 days later, as long as they were postmarked by Monday, November 2nd.
So in a quick survey of where the count stood, say, the morning after the past 4 presidential elections in Ohio, and what the final count ended up being weeks later, we saw the addition of anywhere from 145,000 votes to more than 400,000 additional votes.
Often we don't see those because their results don't make a difference in the final tally, but if we have a close race, those results will make a difference.
And here's something else political scholars have noticed: those overtime votes benefit Democrats more than Republicans. So again, looking at the last 4 presidential elections, that overtime vote showed the Democrats all gaining on their election night leads or closing their election night gaps.
If we are looking at a close race, then those will need to be counted and included in the total to see what the outcome is for Ohio.
That's why this year,
on that election night reporting website, we're changing the format of that to really highlight the number of outstanding absentee ballots. That way people can make informed decisions about where this thing is heading. And if they're going to call it for one candidate or another, they'll be able to be fully informed when they do that.
and the key to keeping the overtime count low is, once you fill out your ballot at home, making sure you get it out to your Board of Elections as soon as possible. Do not leave it sitting around.
Okay, John, there's a gap in Ohio between election night and when we actually find out what those overtime votes actually were.
Yeah, under Ohio law, they can give you election results on election night into election the day after. But after that, it's pretty much radio silence for up to 3 weeks. So if the race is close, we could be close to Thanksgiving before we find out who won the state.
All right. Our thanks to John Kosick reporting live. Thanks so much, John.